everyone. I think we're live now. I'm Michelle Zenner, the product marketing manager for Pump and Style, and I have Sarah here joining me from the R&D side. She was our project manager on Pump and Style, and as I always say, the product guru, because she knows all the technical aspects of the pump, which she's going to take you through. This is our third Prego Expo, and I think everyone that we've done seems like the first because we get great engagement from you moms. But we're just as excited for this one as we are the last two. So we've been on the market for a while. If there's any of you first-time moms out there, you may not be familiar with Medela, but we've helped millions and millions of moms throughout their breastfeeding journey to meet those breastfeeding goals that they have. And Pump and Style is part of that and one of our most notable products. It's been around for over 25 years, and it's helped moms, and they've relied on it. It's delivered, and it's really met their needs. But we've decided that it was time to give it a makeover. And what you'll see is Sarah's going to hold up old Pump and Style, and this is the new one, so it's completely different. We redesigned it inside and out, so it's not just different from the outside, it's actually different from the inside, which Sarah will tell you about. But before we get started, I just want to, give you a little bit of background what went into this pump. So it's in our DNA to really research everything that we do before we actually design our product. And we went out to moms like you guys, and we asked questions, and we wanted to know what is most important to you when looking for a breast pump, and even when considering or purchasing, or just what do you need to meet your breastfeeding goals? And a lot of you said you want more milk, you want something that's comfortable, and you want something that works and is easy to use. You don't want anything complicated. You're multitasking all the time. And so we took that information and we really fed that into our design. And when we went back and we thought about everything you guys said, we decided we were going to focus on 4 key design attributes. So performance, ease of use, comfort, and reassurance. But before we get into that, Sarah's going to talk about performance. Actively use the chat because I'll be monitoring it and we'll be addressing questions that you might have. And the pump's been out there for a while now, so you may have heard a lot of great things. Moms are raving about it, and we're just going to give you some more details. So if you have questions, ask. So Sarah, I'm going to hand it over to you to talk about performance and what's in this little machine.
Chat is already going crazy. So that's awesome, you guys. Keep it up. We are here to answer your questions. Loving all the first-time mom comments in there. Congratulations to all you mamas out there. But I am here today to talk to you guys about my pump baby, if you will. So the new Pump and Style with MaxFlow technology. And if we first talk about performance, so Michelle mentioned that everything that we do, we truly do a ton of research, both on the mom and the user side, but also on the technology side. So what really drove the innovation on this new product actually didn't even come from the breastfeeding or breast pumping world. We actually used our resources. We work with the University of Western Australia and also our experience in the NICU environment to really understand how other technologies are being used in different fields that could apply to a breast pump. And what I'm specifically talking about is actually from our time in the NICU, we know that babies that are born prematurely that may have some underdeveloped lung function can actually be treated using incubators that apply this micro vibration technology. And the reason why they do that is it actually allows the lungs to open up a little bit more, the internal structure to open up. And surprisingly, that internal structure is very similar to that of the breast. So the thought was, could we take this idea of micro vibrations and somehow apply that into a breast pump? And the answer is yes, you can. And that is exactly what you will find in the new pump with MaxFlow technology. So when you hear us talk about MaxFlow, what that is are these little micro vibrations that the motor is actually applying to the breast while it's pulling vacuum. It's something that you can feel at the breast. It is a new sensation. It's something you can hear while the pump is running. But what we're seeing from the clinical research and data collection we're doing is improved comfort, check. That's a big one, right? Improved milk output, like more milk output than anything we've seen before, check. That's another big one. And ultimately reduce pumping times, because if you're getting milk out faster, you're going to shorten your pumping session. So all really amazing features that we've included in this new product.
So more milk in less time. That was huge for us. And we wanted to deliver on that for you guys, because back to what I said earlier, we know you're busy. Some of you are this is your fifth baby. So I can only imagine that needing an efficient pump is really important. So you definitely need this.
And I will say we've also combined the MaxFlow technology with our tried and true two-phase expression technology. So for those of you that are second, third, fourth, fifth time moms, you are hopefully familiar with that if you're familiar with Medela products. But for you first-time moms, it is actually our pumps have two phases. So we have the stimulation phase, which is a quicker, lower suction pattern to really stimulate your breast to allow milk to flow. And then we have the expression phase, which is a longer, stronger suction to actually express milk out of the breast. So that technology is still maintained in this new product, but we've combined it with the new MaxFlow. So again, more milk, less time.
So people are asking, how does it feel? And Sarah has a great way of explaining this that we can all relate to, I'm sure.
Yes, hopefully. So the best way that I can describe the feel or the sound is that of kind of like a purring kitten or a cat. So you know when a cat purrs and you kind of hear the purring, you can feel it as you're petting the cat, but you can also hear it. And it's kind of a very similar feeling and sensation, but at the breast. It is different. It definitely feels different than this guy. Completely different technology on the inside, but it's kind of comfortable, almost like a massaging type feel. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by your chat.
There's a lot of questions. So yes, a purring kitten, which is sweet and relaxing, and that in combination with our breast shields, which we'll get into later, makes it an overall comfortable experience. One question is this an open or enclosed system? So let's talk about that and maybe ease of use and how there's not a lot of parts to clean.
Awesome. I love this part of the discussion, you guys, because I am so excited to say, here is our beautiful new kit that comes with the pump. We can now officially say that Pump and Style is a closed system at the kit. And for you new moms, what that means is we actually provide this membrane piece. So if I open this up, this yellow flexible membrane piece, and what this actually does is it prevents milk that's entering the system from your breast from getting down into the tubing, which is really an inconvenience, and it could, affect your pump if you get milk into your pump. We don't want that to happen, right? A pump is a big investment when you're choosing to breastfeed, so we want you to be successful. So this new product is 100% a closed system at the kit. And you'll see if I take this off of the bottle, actually, Michelle mentioned ease of use, cleanability, fewer parts. I'll take
because again, trying to save you guys time, and they are dishwasher safe.
Everything's dishwasher safe. Yep. You'll see the new kit or the connector is actually only two pieces. So we have this connector piece with the cap, which is one piece, and then this membrane piece, which is the second piece. And you'll see as I'm moving this around, nice, big, wide openings that are intended to be easy to clean. We wanted to make it wide open, no little nooks and crannies, so you can easily get a bottle brush in there, a washcloth. Again, easy, easy, easy. We want to make it as simple as possible for you guys. And then by keeping it two pieces, easy assembly, you snap it closed and you're good to go.
And for all of you second and multiple time moms out there, if you had Pump and Style Advanced before, you remember the white little membranes that were like paper, and they would fall down the dish or the
drain,
the garbage disposal, and then they were lost forever. So these are big, they're yellow, they're easy to see, and easier to clean as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. What is the name of this pump? It's called Pumpin' Style with Max Flow Technology. So there's our name actually on the product, but that is what you can search it under.
So some of the other questions, is this going to be available through insurance? It is available. We recommend checking with your insurance provider so they can direct you to a distributor for this, or you can go to our website and we can help you guys with that as well. And we'll go over at the end what's included in the insurance pump. Some more questions around or comments. Looks like it'll be easy to clean. Yes, check.
Lots of questions on the battery options. We can kind of move over to the power options. So the pump does come with a power, your standard wall power adapter, but it also comes with a backup battery option. So this is our battery pack. It is external to the device and it requires 8 AA batteries. This was to provide you guys with an option if you're out on the go and you don't have access to an outlet, but still keep it in, you know, a price point that's accessible for everyone through insurance. So you do have that flexibility.
Yeah, and it's a great option. Moms actually love it. We've had a lot of great feedback that, you know, this is a pump that, you know, it's geared towards that working mom. You know, you're going back to work, as most of us do quickly here in the States after having a baby. And you may not always have a power outlet, or you need extra mobility and portability. So the battery pack is great. And it also doesn't sacrifice performance. So you don't have to worry about, you know, not getting as much suction or vacuum, because we know, again, that performance is very, very important to you. Does it come with a storage bag? So we'll go over some of the components that are included at the end. I do want Sarah to go over kind of how everything pieces together, and then go over this user interface, because again, ease of use and simplicity was important to you. So we wanted to make it easy to put together, to clean, and to use. And I think having you guys understand how to use the new interface will be really important as well.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Michelle. That's perfect. So you guys can see, I'll hold it a little closer to the camera. This is the user interface. That's all. 4 buttons, right? Simple, simple, simple. We know from the decades of work we've done with our Pump and Style Advanced moms, you guys value simplicity. I was one too. I totally get it.
We both used Pump and Style before we even started working here.
We did. So we were Medela moms before we were Medela moms, which is great. So we wanted to keep this as simple as possible. 4 buttons. You have an on-off button. There's a plus and a minus, and then the letdown button. The letdown button is the one that you can use to switch between the 2 phases of stimulation and expression, and plus and minus just to go up and down in your vacuum strength. That's it. So really, when you get everything set up, which I'll show you in a minute, you push the power on button, go to your maximum vacuum where you're comfortable, and then that's kind of it, kind of cruise control. All of the cycle rates, the vacuum levels, everything are built into the brains or the guts of this pump. So again, keeping it simple, not a lot to think about on your end, but you know that you'll get the performance that you need and a product that will be successful in getting milk out for you.
I was going to say, and I know a lot of you moms are thinking, well, how do I know what level I'm at? There are 10 levels. So Sarah can talk you through what level it starts at, and you guys can easily count up and down. But again, we really wanted to provide you guys with something easy to use, and we didn't want you guys worrying about what level you were at. It's all about maximum comfort vacuum, which Sarah can tell you about a little bit more. But it's really about, you know, relaxing. Don't make pumping stressful. I always relate it to, don't worry about the number on the scale. Worry about how you feel in those jeans, especially post-pregnancy. You don't want to be stressing. So let's talk about maximum comfort vacuum and level indication.
Yeah, so I think this is so very important, because again, as speaking personally now as a Medela mom or a Pump and Style mom, when I first started pumping, I had this thought that the higher you go in vacuum, the more milk you're going to get out. And if you just kind of stick it out and, you know, if it's a little uncomfortable, it's okay, you'll get more milk. Not true at all. I cannot stress this enough. It's all about comfort. If you're comfortable, then you're going to get milk out and you're going to be successful. So
Pumping should not be painful.
It should not be painful.
It shouldn't.
No. So again, like Michelle said, maximum comfort vacuum. This is a term we use a lot at Medela. We do offer quite a bit of information on it on our website, as well as within the instructions manual for this pump. But what that means is when you turn the pump on, it will start at level 4. And that's because we want to start you at a vacuum that we know will be effective at stimulating the breast. But you do have the ability to go up or down depending on your comfort. Again, focus on how comfortable you are. When you get to a point, if you're increasing the vacuum and you get to a point where you're like, that's a little uncomfortable, go down one level, and that's what you would call your maximum comfort vacuum. So again, we don't want you focusing on the number, because your maximum comfort vacuum could change from session to session. It will definitely change from when you first start pumping, the first few days after you deliver to months later. It will absolutely change. So again, don't focus on the number, but you can, as Michelle mentioned, there are 10 levels available here. And overall, the vacuum or the suction level that this pump gives is higher than the pump and style. So for you experienced moms that are saying, we want more, we gave you more.
So we were getting some great questions, and we didn't really go over how to connect everything, how to go from double pumping to single pumping, because it does do both. And then a lot of you were asking about shields, and that is one of my favorite topics with this pump, because the shields that we offer with this pump are amazing, and there's been a lot of research that have gone into them. So let's put it all together.
Yeah, so I'll pick up my pump here again. You guys will see there's just one tube port on here, right? If you're familiar with Pump and Style Advanced, you're thinking, hey, where's that second port? I want to be able to double pump. Well, you absolutely can. So first, let me show you just the pump connection. Here, I've got my tubing set here. Again, focusing on simplicity, we wanted to make it easy. One-handed assembly, look at that, nice and snug in there, not difficult to do. But we also wanted to give you that flexibility to single or double pump, right? That's important. You need to be able to do what makes you most comfortable. So the way we did that with this new product is by including this Y connector piece. So this is difficult in the camera.
It's almost like a stethoscope. That's how I always think of it.
So if you are a mom that prefers to single pump, we have you covered. The way you would do that is you connect your open end of the tubing right here into the Y connector, and now you're single pumping. There is no sacrifice on performance. You will get the same suction levels whether you're single or double pumping. But again, making it simpler for you, fewer parts, less tubing, less things to get all tangled up in your bag while you're out on the go. So again, just focusing on simplicity, easy, making it as simple as we can for you guys.
And then the end, if you want to just connect it to the connector so moms can see where it connects in.
Yep, so bringing our connector back, we've got, again, one hand connection there, simple to use. That's it. And this is actually designed to be intentionally out of your way. So the tubing is pointed downwards. Oops, I just dropped it. But it's out of your way. So if you're having to use your arm or anything to support the shields when you're getting set up, the tubing won't be in your way.
Or you're managing one of your other kids or the baby while pumping too. So let's talk about the shields.
Oh my gosh, Michelle said this is one of her favorites. It's one of mine too, but the whole system is my favorite. So these shields, you guys, are amazing.
So I'm going to hold up the old one.
Yep, so I've got one of the old ones here too, so you can kind of see a difference. You'll see that it is an oval shape. So this is old, this is new. It's oval, and if I turn it to the side, you can see a little bit different shape or angle. The reason why these shields are so amazing is actually because of this angle. So as Michelle mentioned a little bit earlier, we've done a ton of research on this shield, and this angle is so important. This is what we've learned through all this research, how important this angle is. And from all of the clinical studies with this angle, it's actually, again, if I show you comparison, This one is actually a 90-degree angle, and this one is 105. So a little bit wider, a little bit more open. And what that allows is it actually fits more naturally against the curvature of the breast. And the studies are showing 11.8% more milk just by using this shield. So amazing.
More milk.
More milk. So you combine that with the technology of the pump, and it's just, more milk, more milk, more milk, so much milk.
And moms can't say enough about how comfortable they are, how easy they are to use and clean, similar to our other ones. And they're just overall, again, are more natural to the breast. And you can turn the shield any way that you want to where, again, it's comfortable for you. It's not restrictive of only being positioned in one position.
Absolutely. And I think that's important to point out that when you try these shields, again, focus on your comfort. If you're more comfortable having it horizontal, great. Vertical is an option. Oblong's an option, whatever is more comfortable. And you can actually, if you do turn it kind of on an angle like that, you can use the shield to help express milk even more. If you're having like a tender spot, you can use the shield to kind of push on that area to help express the milk. So again, these are great. We do have them both in this flexible version as well as this plus version, which it's the same angle. You'll get the same benefit from them. It just doesn't have this flexible rim.
Yeah, so same performance output. You're not going to sacrifice that. It's just a different configuration. And these do come in multiple sizes. Some of our kits have more than one, or you can purchase them online. And if you do want to purchase replacement parts or any shields, if you find that you used one size when you came home from the hospital and then you needed a different size because your breast tissue changes over time from the hospital too, you got lots of hormones going on, your tissue is going to change. You can always purchase other ones. And it's really important that you make sure that there are Medela authentic spare parts and replacement parts, because there's a lot of parts out there that may not be. And it's really important because we make our products to really high quality specifications. And again, that angle is very important. So we want to make sure that you're getting the best out of your pump as possible. So I can't reiterate how important that is.
I'd like to stress the same thing. So Michelle mentioned sizing. We do offer several different sizes. The retail version of the Pump and Style with Max Flow comes with 21s and 24s. We also offer size 27 and 30. But the size, getting a proper size or fit of your breast shield is so very important. It's so important. And as Michelle pointed out, it is something that can change throughout your breastfeeding journey. So make sure that, if you're struggling with that, consult with an LC. They can size you and fit you properly. And that will only make you more successful. So in the product, we do include this breast shield sizing guide. You can also find this on our website. Please consult with this and make sure that you are getting the best fit for your own tissue. It's very important.
So let's get into, because there's a lot of questions. We mentioned, certain shields coming with the insurance version versus the retail version, and people are asking. So why don't we get into the different assortments that we have out there? So I'll walk you through the retail version, and then Sarah's got an insurance version, which I know a lot of you are looking forward to, because as a mom, I got mine through insurance too. But if it's not offered through insurance, or you want to upgrade it, which is available through some, you can purchase the retail version, which is available at most big box retailers. You can go to our website and find out where you can purchase it, but it retails for $249.99, but sometimes you can find it on sale for $199.99. So it is a great deal if you can, and it comes with a ton of stuff. So this is what moms can't stop talking about, because again, if we go back to kind of the portability of the pump, which we didn't even talk about how lightweight and small this is. It's just over a pound. Fits in your hand, super compact. You can set it in your lap. You can really take it anywhere with you. And we wanted to make sure that mobility and portability was really important as we're thinking about moms who are going back to work, or if you are breastfeeding or pumping at home and you got to multitask in this crazy world we're in right now. But we have everything in this kit that you need to pump on the go. So you're going to get a cooler, which includes you'll have 4 bottles. 2 of them for me are connected to the kit, but you'll have the cooling element, the cooler bag, which is great. I use this quite a bit. And then you'll have the bag, which is amazing.
Look at
no
this,
longer
you guys.
is it just that black kind of boring bag, and people are like, oh, she's going to breastfeed or breast pump. No, it looks like you're going to work out. It looks like an athleisure bag. So gone are the days of that black pump bag. And what's really great about this is it's super roomy. It looks small, but it fits everything that comes in the box in this. So the cooler bag, you got your pump, you'll get the tubing, obviously. You'll get 2 more bottles for a total of 4. You'll get both connectors. And again, you'll get 2 sets of shields. So size 21 and 24 of the Personal Fit Flex connectors. And this is in the retail kit. So these are the ones that have this nice soft rim. And then this is actually one of my favorite things because I did not have this.
I thought you were going to skip it. I was like, oh,
no, the bottle stands, because there were so many times when I would be like still connected to my pump, and you're doing that balancing act, trying not to knock it over on the nightstand. And this thing would have been a lifesaver for me because it literally just, it provides a lot more stability to the bottle. So that's included in this kit. You'll also get the adapter, the power adapter, as well as the battery pack that Sarah had mentioned. So everything you need to pump on the go or wherever you are. There is, along with the breast shield sizing guide that Sarah had shown you, you'll get your instruction booklet. So read through that. It's really important. It has everything you need to know and everything we've gone over. And the quick start guide, which is amazing because it gives you simple imagery and icons and steps to get you started. So really important. So can you use pump with Medela bags? I'm thinking you're talking about just connecting to the storage bags or for Alyssa. Yeah.
I would guess that too. And the answer is yes, you can. The same adapter does connect into these new connectors. So you're still able to use those if that's your preference.
Yeah. All right. Everyone loves the bag, which we got tons of great feedback on that.
There's one question about the smallest flange size that we have. Our smallest flange size right now is a 21 millimeter, which is offered in the retail version. I'm sorry you had issues with that your last time, Deborah. That's so discouraging, but hang in there. You got this. You got this. We are here for you. And definitely consult with an LC if you're still having trouble with the shield fit.
There is one question before we get into the insurance version that I want to address, because someone's asking about, I'm assuming, using Pump and Style advanced parts with the new pump. And that's something super important that we want to talk to you guys about, because some of the parts are interchangeable and some are not. So Sarah can talk you through that.
So if there's anything that you guys remember from this discussion, it should be this, okay? So the development team did such an amazing job to come bring this kit to you guys with this media separation, which again prevents milk from getting from where your milk is entering the system here from getting into the tubing, right? We don't want that to happen. We don't want milk to get down into the pump. So please, if you're familiar with this connector here, this is the old Pump and Style Advanced connector. If you have these, please do not use these with your new system. If you try to connect these to your new pump, you're removing that media separation piece and you can get milk down into the tubing and jeopardize your pump performance. So please, please, please use the parts that come with your system. Don't try to hack it or connect it to these ones at all if you have them laying around. It really, it gets rid of that whole closed system aspect of the new system that we're offering to you.
Wow. All right, so why don't you take them through the insurance, what they would receive through insurance if you get the normal option if you decide not to upgrade.
Yes, so here it is. This is the insurance option. You can see what it would look like when it gets delivered to your home. If I go ahead and open up the box, it does provide you, let me take out the tubing here, give you a little look here without dumping everything on the floor. It does provide you everything that you would need to use to pump. The only thing that are not included are the special, excuse me, the special extras such as a cooler bag or a carry bag. But it does come with a pump. You'll get 2 bottles with lids, 2 of the connector pieces with the membrane. So you'll have those 2. It comes with 1 set of shields, which are the plus version of the oval shield. So you'll still get the benefit of the oval. They just don't have that flexible rim. But as Michelle pointed out before, all of the sizes, all of the different kinds are available for purchase outside of your insurance pump. And then it also comes with both of the power options. So you'll get your power adapter as well as your battery pack with this pump as well.
All right, I'm looking through the question. So if you are interested in checking if the pump is available through insurance, you can always go to our website. If you go and you look at under products, it does have the regular pump and style version that clicks to where you can find it at retailers if you're going to purchase. But then we also have an insurance version tile that you can click on, and I'll try and get the link on here as we're talking. But you can also use our service to help you find whether or not your insurance covers it or not. How much are the shields to upgrade? So you can go to our website and it lists all the different shields and the pricing because there isn't necessarily an upgrade option whether you're going through insurance or not. Let's talk about, I know there were some questions about tubing and cleaning. I think that would be a good one to address, and I'm going to find you guys some links.
Yeah, so the tubing, because this is now a closed system, you don't actually have to clean the tubing. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but there is no milk flowing through the tubing set at all. It's just air moving back and forth. So there is no reason to clean these. If, however, you do feel that you need to clean yours, you can clean them, but it's very important to make sure that it is all the way dry before you connect to your system, both outside and in. You don't want, if you had any moisture inside the tubing from cleaning, it could get sucked down into your pump. And again, we don't want anything getting sucked into your pump. So did that answer the question, Michelle?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the comments. I am pulling up the link to where you guys can check whether or not it's covered by insurance. It's kind of a get started link, which we can walk you through. And then I just posted the link for the insurance version, and that can show you everything that's included. And then the retail version of the pump, I just posted as well. So that will direct you to different retailers. You can purchase online now, which a lot of us are doing. We hope this is helpful because I know a lot of you can't get in store, being at home more. So we really want to answer all the questions that we can. So the only part needing cleaning are the bottles and flanges as well as the connectors.
The connector piece too. Yep. So it's important to, when you're cleaning the connector, to actually take this piece out because this does come into contact with milk on one side as well as the connector. So any piece that's coming into contact with milk, you should be washing after every session. And again, all of that information is all included inside of the instruction manual on how often to clean, how often to sanitize, and what parts actually need to be cleaned. So the detail I gave on the tubing is also in there as well, that you do not need to clean them.
So let's quickly go through again, maybe talk more about Max Flow again, because I think we've had some
Yeah.
people join at the end and really know what's behind the technology. This little small and mighty pump. Don't let the
Yeah.
size deceive you.
Absolutely. So max flow technology is what we refer to as these micro vibrations. And I keep doing this because as the pump applies vacuum at the breast, you'll feel these little vibrations at the breast. And what that's doing is it's actually improving your comfort. It will improve your overall milk output, which is amazing, right? And when you improve those two things, it'll actually shorten your pumping time. So those are all amazing things that this small but mighty pump offers to you. It is brand new technology. It's not found in any of the other Medela products. But like I said, in the research we've been doing, mom and the feedback we're getting, moms are loving the feeling. They're loving the milk that they're getting, and just overall improved comfort, because really that is what this is all about, keeping it simple and comfortable for you guys. There's so much to worry about when you have a new baby at home, and especially when you're going back to work. So anything we can do to make your life simpler, that's what we're trying to do with this product.
And I want to go back to the simplicity and really drive home that, we wanted to make this easy to use for you. And the way we did that was, one, we improved on the technology with MaxFlow, but we also integrated our two-phase expression technology. So you have stimulation mode and expression mode, and you don't need anything else. There's a lot of other pumps that have a lot of different dials, and you can change the cycle rates and the vacuum, and you shouldn't have to be worrying about that. We've proven out the two-phase expression technology in here, so you guys don't have to worry about that, and it shouldn't be difficult. You shouldn't have to put a lot of thought in. It should be like a set it and forget it, right? Like
Absolutely. And
the
yeah, and I can add to that. So the suction levels and the cycle rates that are built in here are actually based on studying babies and how they nurse at the breast. So again, we work with University of Western Australia quite a bit, and they will study babies and the vacuum they're applying at the breast and how fast they're suckling at the breast. So that's what's built into what we call stimulation and expression. So again, trying to be as close as possible to baby. I will say the Max Flow technology has a little bit more of a natural feel to it as well. It does kind of feel like the natural nursing rhythm of a baby. I don't know how else to describe it other than to try it, unfortunately. But I have breastfed and nursed two babies, so I have a little experience, and it does have a little bit of a more natural feel to it as compared to some of the other products in the market.
Yeah. My just a little note, my sister had a baby today, and I can't wait for her to start using this. I was like, I'm not going to use it. I can't now. But I can't wait for you to use it, and all of you new moms out there, because we've truly, revamped this pump, and the feedback we're getting from moms is great. And we want all of you moms to have a great experience breastfeeding and pumping, because at times we know it can be stressful. And again, we don't want you to have any more stress than you already have, especially as a first-time mom, and then even you moms with multiples. We know how crazy it can be, especially right now.
So I see a question here from Ivy. She's saying, I don't plan to go back to work. Is it still necessary to obtain a pump? And I will say it actually comes down to your lifestyle and what it is that how you want breastfeeding or breast pumping to fit into your life. I would say it is nice to have the freedom to, pump some milk and be able to go out with girlfriends or out on a date and not have to worry about nursing. So having a pump around does give you that flexibility, and it also allows others to help participate in feeding your infant. So if
That's a
you're,
great point.
yeah, so if I was all about having my husband help with that so I could take a quick shower or, something. So
Sanity, that's what we're trying to help with.
Exactly. So having a pump at home, it can only offer you a little bit more freedom, even if you're not using it as much as a working mom on the go would.
Yeah, and especially if you can get it covered through insurance, why not? To all of Sarah's points, it can only help
Mm-hmm.
you. People are asking about what it sounds like. So let's talk about that. Because of the unique technology, this does have a different sound compared to what you pump and style advanced moms are used to.
Yeah, so I will say this is not our quietest pump that Medela offers. And there's actually a really important reason for that. So when we set out to develop this new product, the focus really was on performance and getting those max flow vibrations, that this new technology in your hands, but also maintaining the Medela quality and reliability that you guys have come to know with Medela. But along those lines, we wanted to still make this an accessible product to you guys through all channels. So we really wanted to focus on performance, quality, reliability. And because of that, as Michelle pointed out, the sound quality that comes from this is a little bit different. So I was describing it earlier as kind of like a purring kitten, but you can hear the vibrations, you can hear the pump working. But if you want a pump that is as quiet as possible, we do offer the Medela Sonata and the Medela Freestyle Flex, which were actually designed to be as quiet as possible. But this pump, designed for performance. This is really truly a workhorse. It's going to get the job done. You're going to be comfortable, and it's very simple.
Yeah. So you hear it, you know it's working, you know you're getting the optimal performance out of it. I actually think it's kind of relaxing, because, like I said, I haven't used the pump, but I've turned it on and listened to it, and it actually it sounds nice because the sound is just reassuring that the pump is working and it's doing what it's supposed to do. And
Mhm.
I used Pump and Style Advanced before. I can notice the differences in sound because they're different technologies. And we just want to make sure you guys know that as previous Medela moms who are now potentially considering the new Pump and Style back with Max Flow.
I love all these comments. I need this. I need this. Yes, you do. It's
And it's
great.
available now. Like we said, check our website to see if you can get it through insurance. Every insurance plan is different, so we can't necessarily say that you will or you won't. And then we also offer it at major retailers. The retail version, which I showed you guys back here, is $249.99. But most times you can find it on sale for $199.99, which is a great price for you moms out there looking for a version that gives you as much as possible. The value for money with this, getting the bag, the cooler, the pump, the battery pack, all the different accessories is really great because pumping on the go, we know is important.
Absolutely. I love the comments about the 5-year-old dancing to the sound of your pump. This pump will offer a whole new rhythm for him or her. So I love that.
That is really cute.
Maybe we could touch a little bit more on the shields, Michelle, or maybe just
Yeah.
the kit in general for anyone that is new to the session here. So again, focusing on simplicity, we took that idea to heart for every aspect of the system. So the pump itself, very simple, right? 4 buttons, that's it. Everything's built in. The kit, same thing. So this kit is only 2 pieces. We've got our connector piece with the cap, that's 1 piece, and then this membrane. And as you can see, as I'm turning it around, see the big wide openings, that was intentional. So you could easily get a bottle brush in here, a washcloth for easy cleaning. Michelle pointed out before, they are all dishwasher safe. Bonus, right?
Yes.
Yes,
We know how important that is.
that is so important. And then also, what is so cool, amazing about this kit is it is now officially a closed system at the kit. So that is different from Pump and Style Advanced, where it was a closed system at the pump. But what that means is this membrane piece that I keep fiddling around with here, it actually is a physical barrier that prevents milk from entering the system from getting down into the tubing. So this is huge, right? We don't want milk in tubing. That's lost, precious liquid gold. And we definitely don't want milk getting down into the pump because that could affect your pump performance. And it's, really not a good thing. So this kit offers you that, all of those simple design elements as well as the closed system. Then I can comment here on the shield again. So we do now have these oval shields, which are amazing. If you missed me saying that the first time, they're amazing, so comfortable. And as you can imagine, if you look at our old kit or our old shield, 90-degree angle here, this one has 105, so a little more open. It fits the natural curvature of the breast nicer. Again, focusing on comfort. If you can imagine, if you're not used to this or you've never tried this before, you're basically squeezing your tissue into this shape, right? No boob is that shape. Come on, right? So we did put a ton of research, a ton of time and effort into really understanding this shape and what that means. And this angle, this oval shape, what that means is 11.8% more milk. More comfort, more milk. How can you go wrong?
So there is actually, gosh, the questions they're great every time, but there's some really good ones. Can the new kit be used with the hospital Medela Symphony? And I think this is a really important one too. So I appreciate you asking that, because a lot of moms do get kits in the hospital and they come home and want to use it with their pump that they have. So let's talk about that compatibility aspect.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this kit is not compatible with Symphony. The Symphony breast pump, for those of you that are not familiar, is our hospital grade breast pump. That is a pump that you will see in the hospital when you deliver, and you can also rent it if you are truly going to be exclusive pumping, or if you're needing to pump for a premature infant, for example, or initiate some additional milk flow. So completely different technology, and what that means is a completely different kit, unfortunately. But what is offered with Symphony today is actually this guy. So this is also the connector that comes with the Pump and Style Advance. So you can see, very different, right? And what I would like to stress, just like before, please do not use these connectors with your new Pump and Style with Max Flow system. And the reason is you don't want to hack these or use these with your system, because it gets rid of that closed system membrane. I keep stressing the closed system, how important it is to not get milk into your tubing. That is so frustrating, number one. And we don't want you to jeopardize your pump in any way. So please do not use this. We don't want you to get milk in your tubing or your pump. This is the way to go with the new system.
Yeah, and you will get the shields at the hospital with your Symphony kit, and you can use those if you do end up liking those and your size to what they give you. That is one thing that you can use. It's just the connector piece that you need to not use. So we're running out of time, but if you guys get anything out of this, more milk, less time. We know
more
you're
comfort,
busy. More
simple,
comfort.
simple. Yes.
Pumping shouldn't be painful. It's lightweight, compact. Again, like, I don't have huge hands, so it's not like it's diminishing how small it is, but it is really lightweight and compact and easy to use. Again, those 4 simple buttons that Sarah walked you through, all the research that went into the development, all the technical aspects that we worked at figuring out, because we wanted to make sure this was the best pump for you and it was accessible to as many moms as possible. So we enjoyed all the questions. We appreciate them. I think we have a virtual booth where you guys can go and ask some more questions if you have them. Sometimes they get funneled to us. But we're really excited and we're happy to be able to educate you moms. Anything